pretty early in the morning. The sun's just coming up. My whole house is still asleep, but I received a package yesterday from our development team, and they knew I was going to France in a few days, and so they sent me a pair of the new VRSA pants, the VersaLite pants. I just tried them on. They're freaking ridiculous. Now, here's the deal. I've had a pair of Lululemon pants in my closet for, I must be going on 6 or 7, maybe 7 years now. I bought these pants in New York City when I was visiting one day, and we had just started making blue jeans. So it was like we were brand new to breaking out into making bottoms outside of jiu-jitsu. And I tried these pants on, and I said, someday we're gonna make pants as good, if not better, than these pants. And today, after trying on those pants, you know what, I'm gonna go put them on. I'm gonna put them on. I gotta be quiet. Let's see if I can get this here. All right, check this out. I'm so stoked. I'm like freaking so stoked. Check this out. They're so ridiculously comfortable. Now look. These pants right here, I keep them there as a reminder, right? This one pair of competitor's pants. I'm gonna take them out, and for the first time in my life, because they just serve as a reminder, right? They serve as a reminder to make quality product, but in America. I'm gonna donate these to the thrift store today after looking at these every freaking morning for 7 years. I'm finally getting rid of them. And the VersaLite pants we're bringing to market this fall, which is freaking phenomenal too. All right, pretty quick here. I'm gonna stop holding this camera. Actually, I got this rig right here. Check this out. This is pretty cool. It actually is gonna mount to my window like this, and I can just set it in it, and it's good. It's called an alien, is what they call it. But it fell off last night. I was gonna see how long it lasted. I ran the battery down, and there's those Lululemon pants. So let me just be really clear about this. I've had these sitting in my closet for years and years and years. Now, what we did is we pulled the same move that the Chinese pulled. Okay? What do I mean by that? Well, a lot of our manufacturing, well, I mean, freaking all of our manufacturing went overseas, right? That's just a fact. I don't think anybody can deny it. I don't care what side of the aisle you sit on. It was all exported, the machines, the knowledge, and also the innovation too. There's no respect for American innovation. If there's something good, they'll just take it and recreate it. And so what I did is I took this fabric and pulled it apart into fiber form, and we looked at it through little scope, and learned about what this textile was. And then we made a textile different, but with great features and benefits in America. And that's our VersaLite textile. It's just a phenomenal performance, innovative textile. And again, we're going to bring this to market, the VersaLite, this fall. Eventually, we're just going to call it the Versa. You know, the reason we call it VersaLite is because we had like 2 weights, and we're gonna skew rat the heavier weight, which was called the Versa, and then the lighter weight one we just called VersaLite. But once we sell through our heavier weight, this will just become the Versa textile, ultra versatile. It's like your 365-day smart, or I'd say smart casual pant. So it's not a dress pant, and it's not like, you're not gonna like go to the beach in it either. You know what I'm saying? It's you're gonna wear it with a pair of old school low sneakers, or Chelsea boots, or cap toe boots, something a little bit more smart for the professional patriot. That's our customer. Our customer we refer to as a professional patriot, and that avatar's name is Jack. But yeah, I mean, it's like we could just ignore everything that's happened the last 30 years and all the innovative textiles that have gone overseas and are now being made over there, and just sat on our haunches and hoped and wished that we could make something that good, or we could go find out what they're doing and learn from that, right? This is the jiu-jitsu side of business, right? Learn the technique and then bring it back and then onshore it. That's what the origin wave is. Like that logo, that icon. I mean, I'm a little bit biased, right? Because I designed that myself. You know, I drew it, but it's a wave, and it's a wave that's in motion, and that wave is the wave of onshoring, right? So it's coming back to our shores. It's the wave of reclamation, right? It's a really powerful icon once you understand what it means. We're going to reclaim the communities. We're going to rebuild the communities. We're going to reclaim the knowledge, and this whole brand, like this whole project, you know, Project Origin, it's a reclamation project. The whole brand is a reclamation project. To take back what we've lost through New England, right? Through my home, through New England. And that's a really important thing also. Industrialization, it came through New England initially, obviously with the immigrants, as again they came into these towns, which were built on these extremely powerful and robust rivers, and they came together and built this shit, and it was beautiful. It's phenomenal. You know, the first denim in America was woven in a Muskeg Mills in Manchester, New Hampshire. The first denim. The first footwear was made here. The first flannel, all of it was made right here in New England. And so for me, when I think about this reclamation project, it has to start with New England and then spread everywhere, right? So even if it's just the voice of reclamation, even if it's not a physical reclamation, like we're going to do as much as we can, but we've already expanded to North Carolina, to Asheboro. We've invested tens of millions of dollars into this reclamation project, and we're going to continue investing tens of millions of dollars into this. That's the only way I know how to do this, right? It's like you got to be a baller. So yeah, I mean that's really important long term. Is that whatever we do And whatever we put that wave on really truly represents this built by freedom mindset, mentality. But this textile, this VersaLite textile is ridiculous. Like I can't even explain it. I wish you could feel it. It can, you know, it's like you can put a picture online. It's like this big, and then we try to give as much of a description as we can to, you know, to show you what it's used for and what it's going to feel like. But you're still only looking at a picture, and it's almost like until you get it in your hands, it's really hard to tell. This is why I want to open factory stores in 2027. I want our product at arm's reach, where you can touch it and feel it and smell it and try it on and experience it and learn about how it was made. Like, I have this whole concept for experiential retail that nobody's done and nobody could do, because they're never going to show you their factory, right? They're never going to show you the people making the shit you're wearing. And there's a study that was done recently, and what's crazy is, as we sit right now, we got a phone and all the clothing and footwear we wear, we're helping to keep 90 people in forced labor. And that's a scary thought right there. So we need technology, we need phones, we need all this stuff, but how can you impact that in a positive way? That's what I think about. How can I impact that in a positive way? Like right now, I'm wearing my boat shoes, 100% made in America. I'm wearing my GTFO shorts, which I wear every day, 100% made in America, fiber up. My t-shirt, my core t-shirt, 100% made in America. But my skivvies right now I'm wearing are not made in America. And like, just by wearing these skivvies, I'm probably contributing to like a couple of people in forced labor. And of course, I've got an iPhone like everybody else, right? So, you know, it's not like the problem can be solved overnight. This is something that is going to take a while. Like, we lost it all over 30 years. You know, when Ross Perot said, you're going to hear a giant sucking sound. I say it wasn't a giant sucking sound. It was a slow drip. You know, community after community, it happened slowly until we started looking around going, what the hell happened? And then why did we let this happen? Because it's our fault. Our fault we let this happen. You know, the power of the people did not step up and speak up and take control of this thing, and we relied on these politicians, the political elites, and their backroom deals with these corporate raiders to feed us propaganda, to ship everything overseas and then leave us with nothing, and then try to convert everybody into just providing services. Like, everybody become a computer programmer. You know, everybody sit at a desk and stop making stuff. It's really crazy to think about that, looking back now as the middle class continues to shrink. And so we're going to course correct that with this reclamation, with this wave of freedom. We're going to course correct it, and we're going to bring it back in a major way. So I'm going to deliver these Lululemon pants to Goodwill. Kind of want to like write a poem like, dear Lululemon pants, I only wore you once, and that's all I needed to know what I needed to do. Now, it took 7 years to get there, but we're there. Good things take time. And now we're going to recycle you. I've been looking at this freaking pair of pants for 7 freaking years. Gosh, that felt good. Felt real good. I want to talk about product. I want to explain a little about product. And if you have a product-based company, I think one thing that people, one sec. There we go. I think one thing that people get wrong is trying to be perfect. Like, trying to be perfect with product when you first start is horribly wrong. I can tell you, when we first started making product, we just did the best we could. And one of the things I like to say is perfect is the enemy of good enough, or great is the enemy of good enough. If you have built a good foundation, customer base, then you need like 1,000 customers to get anything started in a meaningful way. But if you've built a good customer base and you've built trust with your customer that you've gained in drips, right? Remember we talked about gaining it in drips and losing it in buckets. They're with you. They're really with you as you bring product to life. And they're going to stay with you even if it's not perfect, because they've bought into the mission, the culture, and they want to be part of that. They want to be part of the beginning. They want to be part of the middle of the story. And if you bring them along on that journey, they'll stick with you. And I've discovered this on both Origin and Jocko Fuel. As we brought product to life, like when we brought jeans to life, they were so imperfect. I mean, the leg would twist, the fit was a little funky, the waistband crinkled like bacon. Now the textile was wonderful and they were super comfortable, but there were so many imperfections. They were 70% of what they are today. So think about that for a second. We brought a product to market that was good enough. You know, it's good enough to get out there. And then we got customer feedback, and then we made it better and we improved it. And by doing that, the customer is part of that whole journey. And so from a product perspective, you can blow through tons and tons of cash trying to make something perfect. The product is a manifestation of the brand. All right, so product is how people live into the brand. I love this brand. It touches my soul. I feel something. I need to be part of this. Let me wear the product. Let me use the product. Let me take the product. I'm part of this community. This really makes sense to me. Again, Maslow's hierarchy of needs, right? I mean, a brand is providing that community. Like when I was a kid, my brand was Burton. Burton, and I'm actually hiring a designer from Burton, which is pretty awesome. But Burton was my brand of choice, and I had the logo. I hand painted the Burton logo on the wall in my bedroom growing up, a 6-foot logo when I was like 13 years old. I used to go up to Sugarloaf, the mountain where I would ride, and I would just sit in the boardroom like for hours and hours, just like touching the product. It just made me feel a certain way. And I felt part of something bigger than myself. I felt part of this snowboarding community, and when I started snowboarding, we couldn't even ride on the mountains. Like, it wasn't even allowed. Like, we were looked at as the rebellious group, and we worked to get snowboarding basically legalized in New England, right? And so I was part of that whole initial push in snowboarding. And I rode Burton. I could never afford a brand new snowboard, so I would shop in Uncle Henry's, our local swap and sell it guide, for used boards, and that's how I would dicker and dicker deals basically for all my snowboarding gear. But I was part of that community growing up, and gosh, it felt good. And Origin connects people together, like throughout America, throughout the world. I mean, I get messages from folks in the UK and Germany, I mean, all over the world, every major country, Australia. Like, I wish somebody would do this in my country. We've lost so much too. I love the ethos of Origin. I love the DNA. I love the Filotimo. It makes me feel something that I can't get anywhere else. And And so we can't lose that. And so product is just a manifestation of that. It's the conduit between how you feel and your connection to the brand, and then representing that, wearing that, and portraying that out in life, right? As you go out into the world, you want people to know I'm part of this thing. I'm part of this thing you're not part of. But if we align, right? If we have the same value stream, you should too. So a little bit about product this morning, a little bit about how to bring product to life. Again, it doesn't have to be perfect, it's just got to be good enough, but then continuous improvement. Just make it better and better and better over time, and you'll get there. And it took us 6 years to get these dynamic, innovative VersaLite pants. It took us 7 years to get our jeans perfect, best in class, best in the world, where reviews are five stars. And we've sold, I mean, geez, I don't know if we've sold 1 million pairs of pants yet, but we got to be creeping in on, when it comes to total bottoms, like they're everywhere. They're everywhere. So brand, product, community, it's all important. So just don't get caught up in thinking the product is the magic. It's not. The product is not the magic. Origin could make anything. We could make American-made knives if we wanted to, or backpacks, or anything else for that matter. And you stick the wave of freedom on something, and you believe it. Fellas,
what up?
You guys get into the sugar-coated lies yesterday, huh?
I was just telling Phil, I saw you guys have those. I thought it was.
We saved them for you.
I thought it was ice cream sandwiches.
Nah.
I had an absolute sugar crash after it.
Did you?
Oh,
I didn't even eat dinner last night. Because I didn't tell you guys, but I didn't just eat that cookie. I also had a freaking big raspberry bar on the way over. So I felt like a freaking porker. Oh, jeez, Andy. No. America. I'm not doing it.
Yeah, I need to highlight. I've got.
What is this? Oh, you guys getting the books handed out?
I've got
Quarterly book club.
notes and notes and notes and notes and notes.
So, guys, guess what I just did? I finally brought my Lululemon pants to Goodwill.
Which ones?
The ones that I've had in my closet for 7 years that I look at, because they piss me off so much because they're so damn good. I just put them in Goodwill because I got the VersaLite pants last night, and holy shit, are they freaking good. I was like, best in class. I didn't even wear the Lululemon pants. I just kept them in my closet.
You've never worn a VersaLite pant?
Nope, I never worn them. Short.
I'm
I wear the shorts every day.
I'm wearing the shorts right now.
Every single day.
The shorts, yeah. And I told everybody how we
Dropped them off at Costco.
At Costco? What do you mean at Costco? Oh shit! Because I saw Costco ripped them off. Well,
they're getting sued.
Funny enough, I just told everybody, whoever's listening here, that to get the VersaLite textile, we actually took a Lulu fabric and we picked it apart and looked at the fiber, and we made a different textile, but we learned from it, you know, and made our VersaLite pants. So we're doing exactly what the Chinese did. Like, that's what they did, bro. I mean,
we made it better.
Yeah, we made it better.
Just copy it cheaper.
Yeah.
No, they didn't do that. They just made more of the fabric.
No, like, here's my
exactly.
assessment. Obviously, I don't know if we'll ever know, but Costco probably figured out who's supplying Lulu, went in and said, here's a PO for the same, I mean, Pete, this happened to you.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
that's why Origin started. Because
I mean, like we know how this story plays out.
Yeah.
I mean, Costco was like,
That's the China model.
all this tariff stuff. Remember the week that tariffs went out, everybody was outing everybody. Oh, hey, this factory makes everything for Arc'teryx.
Yeah.
Right? Like,
Oh,
oh,
that's
that-
right. That's right. I
How
remember.
funny would it be if Costco's like, oh, that's where Lulu's getting their stuff made. And then go and buy it.
So what I heard is you got VersaLite pants. What I want to know is, do we have an open PO that's being produced right now, or did you get?
I had the development team. Well,
These are the samples because it's spring 26 refresh.
I just told everybody this was a fall 25
You always
launch.
do that though. Like
We're not launching this product in fall
We
25?
have 150 in stock.
He's talking about VersaLite.
VersaLite.
Yeah.
We're not making those this year?
We don't have any in stock right now. That's why I was wondering are they coming
The
early?
It's a redesign for spring.
Oh,
Do you
we're
have the
fucking up.
Do you have?
We're fucking up, fellas.
Do you have the chino? Is that what you have?
Chino, no.
Chino.
No. I just have VersaLite tapered pants.
Remember
So-
when we had too much of every fabric and
Yeah.
we're like, we need to control our fabrics, make wise decisions with what we have. Like we're doing that.
Simplify and focus.
Well, can we make VersaLites for the fall?
Do you also remember when we
Yeah,
had $14 million of stuff on the shelf, or in fabric?
Yes, I do remember being over our skis, $14 million of product. We're never going back there.
Take that energy and go sell 3,000 sandals.
Oh, well, sandals are a no-brainer.
No, listen.
boat
Listen, we're
shoes
sitting in here
everywhere.
yesterday, and Amanda's like, how many sandals are we going to sell? I was like, 3,000. No hesitation.
No hesitation.
And she's,
I think-
and she's like, where? How? And I was like, I'm going to take, I took the number of shorts
not
buyers and divided it in half.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
And it was like 3,000.
Andy, what do you think about that? Can we get 3,000 pairs made?
Can we? Yeah, we only have material for 1,000 right now. Or material incoming for 1,000.
Pete might be throwing something at the house.
Why am I going to... All right, I got to get off of this thing.
Why can't we release this right now?
Yeah, I was just... Yeah, release the sandal, release the VersaLite pant. That's what we're talking about.
Feels like, I mean, we can do it.
This is what happens when I'm not in the room.
We
I
can
gotta
sell
go
1 million.
All right, I got to go.
So we're launching the sandal early.
Yes.
And
Listen.
with an unplanned PO for VersaLite pants. We're just going to...
Gotta get it on this
We're going to
meeting.
pre-sell it.
With women's
So we just finished up our square meeting for this week, and the topic was product. Oh boy, we figure we're losing about probably $15,000 or $20,000 a day on revenue by not having full stock of product, and so this year we don't have a lot of new product. We do in fall, but in spring we didn't have a lot of new product. And next year we got to have new product. Like it's a big deal for us next year because we got to make up some chunky revenue in our plan for next year. We're starting to put the financial plan together for 2026, and then baseline for 2027. New product is really important. This is something, Kip, my business partner, and also my advisors has really pushed me on over the years, is new product. And one of the things in our brand book is a statement. It's one of our core values, is we live what we make, we build what we believe in. And so that ties back to just because you can doesn't mean you should. If you're living into the brand and living into the brand book, we live what we make, we build what we believe in. So we're not just gonna make shit for the sake of making it. That's not what we're all about. So we need to be really, really disciplined around that. We don't want to take advantage of the customer. We want to make sure that we're only giving them what they need and nothing more. And so we need to plan that roadmap out for next year. We have a good baseline plan, and now we're working through kind of our merchandising strategy and our seasonal offering, but we got to make up a gap of revenue for next year with new product. So I know I just talked about how you bring a product to life, it doesn't have to be 100%. At this phase of business, because we have a template, a model, let's say for pants, if we're going to bring a new pant to the market, it's got to be a universal fit that's core to our pants. So it will be best in class. Like, we're at that point where it will be best in class, My point earlier was when you're starting out and you're bringing something to market, it doesn't have to be perfect. As you advance, the customers do expect more from you. So there is a natural progression between imperfect and really, really perfect over time. Now, when we bring something to market, it goes through our whole development center. It goes out for months and months of testing and iterating, and we have different prototypes, Proto 1, Proto 2, Proto 3. And so we really want to make sure it's best in class. I think that's important, an important call out, that my statement earlier was for like new businesses, new brands, new entrepreneurs. But a lot of good product coming out end of this year and next year. Like product I'm so stoked about sharing with you, and I will share it with you as the seasons progresses. I'll bring you inside some of the new developments and new things we're doing. It's exciting.